Yeah. Ava! Mom, I got a good one. Eddie!
Good evening and welcome to the 2025 commencement. If you could all please find your seats, please clear the aisles and silence your cell phones. We ask that you refrain from talking while students are speaking and delivering their addresses. They have worked hard and deserve your full attention. Additionally, balloons or large signs, while celebratory, they block the view of others, so please do not have those under the tent during the ceremony.
Esperamos que todos hayan encontrado sus asientos. Por favor, despejen los pasillos y silencien sus celulares. Les pedimos que se abstengan de hablar mientras los estudiantes hablan y dan sus discursos. Han trabajado duro y merecen toda su atención. Además, se prohíbe colocar globos o letreros grandes que obstruyan la vista de los demás debajo de la carpa.
And at this time, if everyone could please stand. Please stand for a moment of silence to honor East Hampton High School junior who passed away on June 15th, Scarlett Urhiles Samaniego.
Por favor, pónganse de pie por un momento de silencio en honor a Scarlett Urhiles Samaniego, estudiante de tercer año de East Hampton High School, que falleció el 15 de junio.
Thank you. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by our senior choir members, Mackenzie Lenahan, Cleo McCarty, Natalia Neal, Adriano Rangel Guzman, Jadiel Rodriguez, and Lila Ruddy, led by Miss Frere, the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. To give the class of 2025 welcome, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the class presidents, Brandon Bistrian and Lila Ruddy.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the East Hampton High School Class of 2025 commencement ceremony. It is such an honor to stand here today alongside my friend Brandon as class presidents. After years of hard work, challenges, laughter, and growth, we, the class of 2025, have finally reached this incredible milestone together. Before we begin, we would like to thank each and every one of you for coming here tonight. Your presence is a reminder of the community that has supported us and guided us to this moment. Thank you all for being a part of our journey as Bonnickers.
And to our fellow graduates, whether you grew up in East Hampton, Amagansett, Springs, Montauk, or Wayne-Scott, you've been a part of something truly special. Today may be the last time all 231 of us are in the same place at the same time. So we want to take a second to appreciate the moments that made us, us. From freshman year March Madness, when Sean's breakdancing lit up the gym, to sophomore year when we duct taped Miss Scudder and Dr. Vito to the wall, to our night under the stars at junior prom, and finally to our senior year where we may have gotten a little too much senioritis towards the end. Sorry, Barber. The memories we have made together will truly last a lifetime.
We'd like to thank our exceptional administration here at East Hampton High School for making all those moments possible. Mrs. Smith, Ms. Collins, Mr. Bequicchio, our main office and guidance department, Kurt and our hard-working custodial team, and our class advisors, Ms. Mullen and Mr. Mitchell, thank you. Thank you for your unwavering support, dedication, and time put into your students. But truly, this gratitude extends to everyone in between. Every teacher, assistant, coach, volunteer, security guard, and staff member. Each of you plays a vital role in shaping the positive and supportive environment we all cherish. Earlier this year, a few of my peers and I attended a faculty meeting to talk about our experience on the Build On Trek to Africa. Though the idea of speaking to a room full of adults seems jarring, I will never forget looking out to each faculty member and seeing all the safe and familiar faces. You all have taught us countless life lessons that we will take with us wherever we may go moving forward.
Now, here we are, ready to move forward. Although the idea of moving on from East Hampton may be intimidating, it's important to reflect on where we were 4 years ago. For example, I still remember walking into high school as a clueless, immature freshman and signing up for Latin with some guy named Mr. Hamer. I had no idea what to expect. What I didn't realize then is that I'd end up taking Latin for all 4 years, not because I loved conjugating verbs or etymology, but because I didn't want to miss out on having Mr. Hamer as my teacher. His class became a place both Lyle and I looked forward to, not just for the curriculum, but for the connection. And that connection wasn't just with him. It's something so many of us have found with teachers throughout this building, whether it was a quick conversation in the hallway, staying after class for extra help, or just knowing someone had your back. Our teachers made this school feel like more than just a place to learn. They made it feel like home.
And finally, to all the incredibly talented graduates sitting here tonight, here we are. To all our athletes who gave it their all out there on the field.
Roll clams.
Our insanely talented students who are the first graduates of the automotive program, the high academic achievers, the artists and performers, and everyone in between. Each one of you sitting here tonight has accomplished something extraordinary, and we are so proud to have spent the past 4 years together. So as we move forward, we hope you are always reminded of the Bonnick community that has raised us. All the smiles shared in the hallways, all the classrooms that became safe spaces, all the people who have been for us, and definitely all of the breakdancing. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon and Lila. It is my honor to welcome you tonight to the Class of 2025 graduation. We would not be here without the collective efforts of so many people. To name a few, I would like to thank the members of the Board of Education for their vision and constant commitment to East Hampton. Superintendent Adam Fine and Assistant Superintendents Tim Fromm and Sam Schneider for their ongoing support. Senior class advisors Danielle Mullen and Ethan Mitchell for their dedication to the class of 2025. Our clerical, for whom tonight definitely would not have happened, everything from programs to gowns to tassels, you name it, they have been working on it all week, so thank you. Our custodial and grounds crew for all of their hard work over the past week, cutting the grass, working on the tent, moving everything, moving it again when it wasn't exactly where I wanted it, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you so much. To our parents, one final thank you for raising such a remarkable group of people. You should be truly proud. Our teachers, our guidance counselors, the entire staff at East Hampton High School, thank you for inspiring and supporting our students every day. And last but not least, our esteemed assistant principals, Jill Collins and Mike Bequicchio, for being the best team anyone could ask for. You, the class of 2025, hold a special place in my heart and in my career because you are my first four, as my fellow principals say, or the first group that I have seen go from 9th grade to 12th grade. You entered as 9th grade as I entered as principal. And in many ways, we grew into our current positions together. And by grew, many of you literally grew a foot since I've known you. We both entered with a naive enthusiasm that served us well. You didn't know how to open your locker, and I didn't know how to send a parent square. Since then, you have accomplished so much. You have gone from an audience member in our school musicals to the lead role in 4 outstanding plays. Austin, Sean, and Dominic opened up Bonnet Brew and are on their way to a Fortune 500 company, all with bagels and coffee. Yes. For some, with a love of cars and trucks, you grew from tinkering with any engines you could get your hands on at home to being the first cohort to graduate from the East Hampton BOCES automotive program. Academically, you grew into taking AP classes, and you found the right BOCES program that you were passionate about. You went from an interest in science to entering in both Suffolk County and New York State science competitions. You grew from middle school athletics to JV to varsity, and some of you will go on to play in college. Part of this growth came from your middle school years that were shaped by COVID. I was inspired when speaking with one of your parents, and he told me that after your 8th grade year, marked by virtual learning, isolation, quarantine, and quite frankly, slipping into a bit of loneliness, you entered 9th grade and you vowed to get involved in everything the high school community had to offer, to dive in and be a part of it, to try new things, new clubs, new friends, new classes. As Teddy Roosevelt said, you vowed to be in the arena. And that is exactly what this student and many others in the class of 2025 did. Collectively, you have gotten involved in every community group East Hampton has to offer. Some of you found your calling with iTry. You found a home with the Retreat's Teen Leadership Council. You participated in Puerto Rican Hispanic youth leadership. You were part of the furniture, so to speak, with our local libraries. You volunteered at the Y. You gave your time and donations to our various food pantries. And through Build On, you constructed a school in Senegal so that others could have access to education. With Kiwanis and Key Club, you have purchased and wrapped Christmas gifts for the children of East Hampton. As you move forward, maintain this spirit of involvement. Continue to give back to the communities you land in and choose to grow roots. This last 2 weeks has been difficult, to say the least, for us as a school community. I have learned firsthand that if you give to a community and show up for others, they will show up for you. In too many ways to count, the East Hampton community has shown up for us, for you, and for families in need these past 2 weeks. As you move forward, watch them and learn from their kindness. The text messages just to check in, dropping off food, providing counseling. The list goes on and on. They have shown up, especially when the chips were down. As you step into the next chapter, whether it's college, the workforce, the military, or something uniquely your own, take that lesson with you. The world doesn't need perfection. It needs people who show up, who notice, and who care. You are those people. That's the kind of graduate I am looking at tonight. So tonight, we celebrate your journey so far. And tomorrow, we look forward to the difference you'll make in this world, simply by continuing to do what you've always done, showing up. Thank you. Now, it gives me great pleasure to bring back Mrs. Melanie Frere and the senior choir for their outstanding version of Landslide.
what's your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. Speak a little louder or even shout. You know that I'm proud and I can't get the words out. I've been afraid of changing 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you older. Children get older. I'm getting older too. So take this love, take it down. If you climb a mountain and you turn around, if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, or the landslide will bring it down. Oh, the landslide will bring it down. I wanna be with you everywhere.
At this time, please welcome the class of 2025 salutatorian, Ava Tintle, to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I would like to thank the people whose support led me to the position I am in today. Thank you to my parents, my grandma, and my poppy for your love and patience throughout my academic and athletic journey in high school. Thank you to my brother for being my best friend. Thank you to the coaches I have been lucky enough to play for over the past 4 years. Your guidance and knowledge on the field led to the growth of my love for the game. And finally, thank you to the many teachers I have sat for over the years. Your passion for each respective subject opened and expanded my curiosity for learning. I could stand here today and continue to list moments with all of my teachers where I felt enlightened or inspired to continue exploring each subject. However, with the limited time I have, I will keep it simple. Thank you. I would also like to thank Mrs. Smith, Mr. Bequicchio, and Ms. Collins for making tonight so special for our graduating class. We truly appreciate it. To the class of 2025, congratulations. The day we transition from student to alumni of East Hampton High School has finally arrived. We entered high school as a young, excited class coming together from 3 districts and leave as a matured whole after spending countless moments together in the classroom, in the halls, on the athletic fields, and on the stage. Together, we worked through the intimidation of freshman year, through our first AP or advanced classes as sophomores, through standardized testing as juniors, and finally, through the decision of our next steps after high school as seniors. Attending East Hampton High School has allowed us to learn the challenges of a busy schedule and the triumphs of various academic achievements. As I look back at the time I spent here at East Hampton High School, I realize how fast the journey went. While I look back and remember countless happy memories in the classrooms and on the fields, I feel as though I never truly spent enough time enjoying the moment. Entering high school, I set many goals for myself, including impeccable grades in the classroom and achievements on the lacrosse fields during the recruiting process. Even though these goals pushed me to work diligently, it also led to immense stress. I think we can all visualize a time, maybe before an AP exam or before a championship game, when the butterflies in our stomach overtook us. This stress may have been a necessary component in the achievements made. However, I personally found myself being overridden by the feeling. I began to feel myself asking the question, why am I so stressed? Sometimes our goals can narrow our vision so much that we forget to stop and find gratitude for the little things in the moment. Rather than telling yourself to just get past this one hump, tell yourself to appreciate the time you have now. You might find yourself savoring small adventures that you would have otherwise missed due to a narrow focus on just the stressful events in the future. As part of the process in reducing unnecessary stress, it is important to understand why stress occurs. One element of stress is the fact that we do not believe in our capabilities to complete a given task. Whether or not you actually have the talent to complete the task, it is important to understand one's own knowledge of their imperfections. A few years ago, my poppy got in the habit of texting my brother, cousin, and I weekly inspirational quotes. It was his way of making sure we felt confident in pursuing anything from lacrosse to academia. I truly loved this small gesture as it opened my eyes to reflective thinking. One small quote he shared with us that has stood with me since was, "Accept your imperfections." Standing here today and reflecting on my academic journey, I've grown to understand the power of acknowledging imperfections, not as something inhibiting achievements, but rather something that opens up the possibility for growth. While focusing on our strengths allows for character development, those who are willing to put in the time to work on areas of imperfection are those who will see impactful change. Once you have a grasp on areas of weakness, and I hesitate to use the term weakness because that implies a false inability, you can begin to feel confident knowing what you need to work on. I found myself dealing with less stress in the classroom and on the athletic fields after considering what subjects or lacrosse dodges I had to advance. Although it took time to begin mastering those skills, I felt at ease knowing I was doing my best to round out my abilities. The impact daily stressors were having in my everyday life became truly evident as this year came to a close. As I began to feel satisfaction knowing I achieved the goals I set for myself freshman year, through the grades I earned and the college I am attending, I realized how much freer I felt. I no longer felt the same concern over each and every test grade or each and every lacrosse game. While I was stressing less about the outcomes of these various tasks, I was still achieving the same standard I had set for myself. My grades were not affected, and my performance on the lacrosse field was not affected. Although I was still consistently putting in the hours to study and practice, I was feeling less stressed knowing my goals had already been accomplished. This cleared up my time to enjoy the last few games I had as a Bonic athlete and the last moments I had with teachers and friends. Rather focusing on my performance during the lacrosse season as a whole, or focusing on all my individual grades, I let my mind consider the joy I had in the moment. I am glad I was finally able to see the benefits of living in the moment without the additional stress, but only wish the realization did not coincide with the end of high school. As we begin to prepare for the next steps outside of high school, I urge everyone to take advantage of the time you are given and feel confident to take risks. The unnecessary stress we hold onto only restricts the potential we hold. At times, stress will undoubtedly take over as it is a result of our natural fight or flight response, and that is definitely okay. Some stress does in fact promote motivation. However, when you find yourself living only for the seemingly easy times, you run the risk of fast-forwarding through life. We all know the line from the infamous Ferris Bueller. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Class of 2025, as you venture out into a new world, be confident in your abilities, understand your imperfections, and most importantly, take time to savor the moment. Congratulations, everyone. Our new journey has begun.
And now it is with great pleasure and respect that I introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2025, Abraham Stillman.
Good evening. I'm honored to be speaking to you on this special occasion, made possible by the endless support and dedication of administrators, teachers, faculty, mentors, and family. I am especially honored to be speaking to the East Hampton High School graduating class of 2025. My fellow classmates, congratulations, we made it. Our last years of middle school were deeply affected by the COVID pandemic. In fact, I moved to East Hampton at the beginning of it. We entered high school in 2021 with masks on, unable to tell if our teenage jokes even cracked a smile. I believe that it was the power of Miss Smith's arrival and all of the smooth sailing that came with her warmth and vision that gave us the high school experience that we deserved. From the first time she introduced herself at our freshman orientation to working on the speech with her, I have admired her leadership and wish to give her a huge thanks. I remember my fast heartbeat and sweaty palms the first day of freshman year. The seniors seemed so mature, it was impossible to imagine ever graduating like them. In fact, at the time, we were just trying to figure out how to get from gym to living environment in under 4 minutes to avoid the dreaded lunch detention. We had no idea what we were in for, but we were clearly ready for the journey. We can now look back and appreciate our experience and all that we have learned from our teachers. We've learned that Dr. Forsberg has a fully stocked snack cabinet. We've learned that Mr. Hamer is godly at the New York Times Connections. We've learned that Dr. Rabito periodically has a garden and several human skeletons in his prep room. We've learned that Miss Helfand will throw your homework out if the edge of the sheet has frillies. We've learned that Heather can inexplicably be found in multiple hallways at the same time. We've learned that Mr. O'Donnell keeps a pair of flip-flops under his desk and can be caught with the dogs out in his off periods. But most of all, we've learned that our teachers sincerely want to see us succeed. They want to and will give just about everything for us. Whether that means staying late after school to go over that day's classwork or responding to desperate emails requesting a last-minute extension when we should both be asleep. The rest of our staff is no exception to dedicating themselves to getting us on the stage and beyond. It was pure magic seeing guidance help dozens of us get our college applications in before they were due that night. Thank you to the guidance counselors and staff who enabled us to envision our future. Thank you to the administration, especially Ms. Smith, Ms. Collins, and Mr. Bequicchio. Thank you to our siblings for their mostly constant kindness and love, including my own sisters, Molly and Julia. I love you guys. And thank you to our parents for being our first and most treasured role models. I want to travel to our beginning to understand just how lucky today's graduates are. As the Grateful Dead sang, "In another time's forgotten space, your eyes looked from your mother's face." Classmates, I know you don't remember the first time you looked at your parents, but I promise you, they do. Try to picture the pure joy that your parents had when they laid their eyes on you for the first time. The pride and love that they have for you today is just a glimpse of that moment. And today, they get to see us walk this stage. They get to see the person they brought into existence develop into a young adult with so much potential. To my parents, Ina and Josh, thank you for setting your expectations for me through the beautiful way you both lead your lives. Please join me in giving a round of applause to all who are responsible for this senior class becoming graduates. Tomorrow I will turn 18. I've spent more time than I'd like to admit thinking about how much I want to do and how short a lifetime is. It's easy to play the numbers game to say that life has just begun. I wish someone could have found a way to slow it all down. The truth is, I already feel it going by way too quickly. I'm going to attempt to provide you with some of what I've learned so far. How should we spend our precious time? In search of an answer, I went to Mr. O'Donnell with this question, and he gave me the book Walden by Henry David Thoreau. In the chapter called Where I Lived and What I Lived For, Thoreau describes in great detail living in isolation in the wilderness at the edge of Walden Pond. He went there to reduce his life to its simplest form and most basic needs, and to experience living in nature as a primitive man. To me, his search for simplicity reminds me that time is well spent when we take the opportunity to notice and enjoy the basic pleasures of life, such as watching the colors of each sunset, breathing our salty ocean air deeply, feeling warmth in a genuine smile, and really taking time to appreciate beauty in nature and in the people around us. Take time to cherish whatever may uniquely bring you joy and appreciate the beauty that is always around us. I believe this slows down the passage of time. I found the next part of my answer in the motto of the tick-borne disease lab where I interned, which is, research makes us tick. Just like the lab workers did, find what makes you tick. Find what excites and fascinates you, and use that passion to guide your future. I deeply admire my grandmother, who survived the Holocaust as a child and came to the US at age 12, speaking not a word of English, and went on to earn a PhD and become a professor because of her relentless drive to learn. My enthusiasm for school has definitely been influenced by her virtues and inspired a genuine desire to learn everything that my teachers, peers, and mentors have to offer. There's a Japanese philosophical concept called ikigai, which translates to a reason for getting out of bed, and is a method to figure out how you should spend your life. The answer is at the intersection of these 4 factors. Choose a path that allows for money and financial stability. Choose a path that aligns with what you are naturally good at. Choose a path that brings you joy at the deepest level. And choose a path that makes the world a better place, whether that be on a small or large scale. By following these rules, guided by our passions, the infinite potential in each of us can be unlocked, and our lives can bring us the greatest joy. I believe this is how we bring meaning to our time. Congratulations to my classmates and their families. I wish you each fulfillment in the choices you make and the pathways you discover. To my fellow graduates, the world will try to measure you by your salary, your social status, and even your appearance. But I challenge you to measure yourself by something far more daring. By how deeply you love those around you. By how determined you are in pursuing your passions. And by how much you make of your time. I want to leave you with my favorite quote by Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Thank you.
At this time, it is time for the main event, and I would like to invite up to the stage our Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Timothy Fromm, and the President of the Board of Education, Mr. J.P. Foster, to begin our presentation of diplomas.
Edison Rafael Amon Yunga. Jennifer Marisol Amon Barrera. Abraham Ariel Stillman. Ava Tintle, Anna Tintle. Brandon Patrick Bistrian. Lila Catherine Ruddy. Viviana Del Cisne Guerrero Torres. Leandro Abreu Garcia. Alexa Aguilar. Ana Villa Albarracin. Zuhani Noemi Antunez. Jonathan A. Aranzuza. Daniela Arbalaziz Arce. Priscilla Dianera Armijos. Jonathan Fernando Armijos Calle. Justin Scott Atariwana. Addison Barletta. Callie Ann Barletta. Amanda Lisbeth Barros Ayala. Brian Stephen Barros Otavalo. Cole CJ Jaden Boundrim. Hudson Rhett Beckman. Adam James Beckwith. Random Stephen Benanaula. Jocelyn Marie Bennett Page. Evelyn Andrea Bernal Daza. Andy Josue Berzueta Ayavaca. Joseph Matthew Bobeck. Edward Jonas Borja. Lindsay Kim Boyle. Patrick Martin Brabant Jr. Eric Gustavo Brito. Jennifer Michelle Brito Valladolid. Maria Gabriela Buestan Cabrera. Andrea Butrago. Jeremy Alexander Cabrera Jaramillo. Jonathan Javier Cawana Rivera. Ashley Nicole Cajamarca Uyaguari. Andrew James Camacho. Olivia Zoriana Aubrielle Campbell. Mariano Josue Canis Sohom. Joseph Emmanuel Cardenas. Thomas Cardenas Rodriguez. Justin Jamie Carpio. Liam Kyle Cashin. Gisele Castaneda. Ava Charles Castillo. Anaí Nicole Castro Zaruma. Cheryl Valeria Cespedes Sarai. Ace Andre Eric Chaikin. Naive Paulette Chapa Alvarez. Ava Grace Chapman. Jackson Hokulea Sharon. Andrea Lynn Chavez. Brianna Alicia Chavez. Catherine Valentina Chavez Zumba. John Stephen Chiogai. Michael David Chimbo Ortiz. Ian Stewart Chimbo Parapi. Ryder Fox Christensen. Amin Chug. Dominic Andres Coronel. Adriana Lisel Coyago. Matthew Ishmael Criollo. Melanie Nicole Criollo Bernal. Ryan Thomas Darrell. Adam John Joseph DeBacker. Cody Lee Francois DeBacker. Owen Andre Casimir DeBacker. Julia Ann Del Percio. Carter Rex Dickinson. Susanna Margaret DeSuno. Diego James Duke. Kelly Diane Dumansella. John George Dunning. Josue Nehemiah Elias Leal. Jovan Amori Edwards. Benson Nicholas Edmond. Elian Jesus Duran Coste. Adrian Jesus Duran Coste. Nathaniel Neat Lloyd Flyer. Shayla Jen Ferez. Kelvin Espinoza. Isabella Espinoza. Jake Alexander Espana. Kevin Raimundo Flores Hidalgo. David Gonzalo Flores Roa. Benjamin Paul Freisha. Lila Grace Gabbard. Michael Jondell Galan Lucero. Vanessa Salome Galindo. Jocelyn Garcia. Mixar Eleazar Garcia Torres. Ariel Heriberto Garcia Hernandez. Jelani Nicole Gavilanes Morocho. Johnny Gonzalez. Lily Suzanne Griffin. Justin Cesar Guachun Sayay. Adamaris Haley Guaya Sarmiento. Angelina Jolie Guamin Orellana. Diana Nicole Guamin Vinyansaka. Santiago Eduardo Guanga. Kayla Margaret Guerrero. Carla Celeste Guerrero Gibicota. Leighton Caleb Gurumendi Sanchez. Pablo Andres Gutama Bermeo. David Alexander Gutama Bermeo. Valeria Gutierrez. Jason Ishmael Gutierrez Serrano. Tyler Lynn Hansen. Sophia Anau Tike. Sienna Lily Hummel. Gabriela Yamalith Jacome. Randy Stephen Hapa. Aileen Juliana Jimenez. Paul Greg Jones IV. Ben Castrati. Georgia Bell Kenny. Alyssa Lynn King. Aaliyah Key Kolhoff. Julia Marie Kunith.
Mackenzie Jane Lenahan. Ashley Carmen Leone. Eric Leandro Leon Miscucci. Sierra Arabelle Leon Otavalo. Sean Patrick Lester. Morgan Lourdes Leader. Michael Adam Lobin. Melanie Samantha Loha Guanana. Ronald Josue Loya Pena. Daniel Alexander Lojano Pintado. Thomas Londano Ramirez. Mariangie Ether Lopez Valerio. Jaden Harley Lynch. Reno Mannion. Aiden Ross Manzier. Evelyn Nicole Marin Cajamarca. Dario Josue Mayorga Sanchez. Cleo Eccles Dodge McCarty. Dayton Alexander McClear. Lauren Tran McMaster. Matthew Sebastian Medina. Angelina Christine Maestro. Christopher Sebastian Mejia Chula. Antonella Lisseth Mejia Velasquez. Oscar Emilio Humes Metler. Jocelyn Kiana Metz Guerrero. Hudson William Meyer. Austin Elias Miller. Kiefer Callum Mitchell. Ashley Denise Monquigo. Natalie Rose Mongan. Brittany Estefania Montelezo Montado. Nube Lisbeth Monteleza Quito. Nyla Marilyn Morales. Brandon Alexander Morales. James Anderson Moret. Dennis Mateo Moracho Sangurina. Alexandria Munoz. Stephanie Naula. Natalia Paola Neal. Carrie Grace O'Donnell. Vanston T.G. O'Neill Heskell. Sophia Catalina Pantosin. Joel David Padilla Uyawuri. Abigail Mary O'Sullivan. Juan Camillo Osillo Marquez. Zion Kamani Osei. Justin Daniel Orano Romero. Natalie Carolina Ordonez Pantosin. Adrian Justin Parchment. Ana Sofia Pardo Cortina. Yadira Jacqueline Para Arias. Ana Maria Para Rocha. Susana Pantino de Sosa. Alessio Darnell Pedro Chavez. Giovanna Elizabeth Perez Chacha. Layla Ray Persan. Corey Noah Brent Peters. Anthony Harrison Peterson. Stella Sophia Peterson. Dayanera Jolie Pinos Quito. Bowie Vincent Pepino. Samuel Lewis Piver. Ava Marie Sheen Boblet. Linda Marilyn Prado Riera. That's it easy. Justin Michael Prince. Michael Adrian Puente Pacheco. Christopher Mauricio Punin Ki Tasaka. Carlos Fernando Quintana Tovar. Esteban Ismael Kishpi Loja. Richard Joseph Raid III. Adriano Rangel Guzman. Riley Anya Revel. James Fabian Rijos. Sophie Suzanne Riva. Bradley Jair Rodriguez. Diana Valeria Rodriguez. Jadiel Felipe Rodriguez. Alan Johan Rodriguez Perez. Adrian Alexander Rojas Alvarez. Juan Pablo Roque. Samantha Lucia Rano Leon. Adriana Catherine Sagbe Sislima. Sienna Dorothy Salema. Juan Pablo Salcedo Lopez. Nicole Marie San Martin Grijalva. Tyler Joseph Scamel. Aaron Paul Segovia Alvarez. Sierra Regina Sepp. Nolan Orginas Serrano. Nicholas Antonio Serrano Castillo. Bruno Spencer Jameson Sessler. Elena Jasmine Sagacha U Chai Pai Yai. Christian Benjamin Sigua Pintado. Mia Victoria Silvestre. Sarah Madeline Cerisi. Audrey Erin Smith. Wyatt Allen Smith. Jean Carlos Solis Alvarado. Samantha Ray Stumpf. Ali Camila Tukuri Leon. Zuleika Anias Treles Ramones. Esteban David Felez Portella. Carla Gabriela Velasquez Zeas. Priscilla Villarreal. Morexi Estefania Besani Seichi Sochike. Olivia Jade Walsh. Ava Caroline Walters. Andrew Richard White. Joshua Oral Williams. James John Edwards Wolf. Natalie Claire Yellen. Valerie Zamora. Kimberly Doris Zayas Shagui. Sarah Zeladin Castro. Charles William Zelnick.
In case you were wondering what they were handing me, they were giving me items for our food pantry to stock it for over the summer. So you may have wondered why they were handing me beans. So thank you to the class of 2025. It is my honor to introduce the president of the Student Association, Viviana Guerrero, to give the stats of the class and closing remarks.
Okay. Good evening to you all. We're almost done here. I have just a few more remarks before we allow all students to graduate officially. Accomplishments. This is what I was assigned to discuss this evening to you all. I can tell you a thing or two about an accomplishment. An accomplishment for me was finishing this speech before Ms. Smith clocked me for a third time about submitting it to her. Sorry, Ms. Smith. Nevertheless, our whole grade is widely gifted, as our accomplishments have shaped a greater school. Of course, I cannot fully grasp all of these achievements in the 5 minutes I will be speaking to you, though I'm able to name a few. Starting with our grade's future endeavors, there will be 130 students going off to a 4-year college. There are 36 students going to a 2-year college. 3 students continuing with their technical education at BOCES. 55 students hitting the workforce. And lastly, there will be 10 students representing our community by entering the U.S. Air Force, Army, and Marines. As we head off in different directions, we should recognize what got us to this moment. In athletics, our grade flourished as we have 8 seniors who are committed to sports in college. We were also the first class in 11 years to go to the football playoffs. And you also can't forget, Bonnick Baseball was the first team in 30 years to make it to the Suffolk County Championships. Our class was also a part of the start of Unified Sports that consisted of our 6 senior star athletes and 13 partners. Overall, our class has received 60 postseason awards. Now, don't think I'm just talking about the athletics. No way. That barely covers all that we've done. In the music department, our grade has had many opportunities to perform at Carnegie Hall, Radio City, and as well as bringing world-renowned musicians to perform at a local level. We have 18 students that have been a part of 45 regional honors musical festivals. And in the music department, there will be 8 seniors pursuing music in college. You also can't forget about our amazing seniors and their performance in Chicago. We had 7 seniors perform this year, receiving 4 Teenie nominations. Next stop for them is the Tonys, of course. Some students flourished beyond the walls of high school, as we had 54 students enrolled in BOCES programs. Honestly, kudos to you all. Doing double the workload for 2 different areas is very impressive. And a very special shout out to our first ever graduates of the automotive program and the graduates of the culinary program. Those students have gained such invaluable hands-on experience that prepares them for the careers in their field. Yeah. Many students also sought out more knowledge through internships, as we had 35 seniors who engaged in an internship. Most I hear were with Rabito, so to all underclassmen, go bother him for an internship. We had many seniors pursue passionate work in science. There were 19 seniors in the science research classes that conducted studies at a local level, and they were all able to display their accomplishments at science research competitions. Lastly, to those who curated a complex academic path throughout these 4 years, your hard work is very recognized. This year, we had 51 graduates be part of the National Honor Society. There were 20 who received the AP Capstone diploma. And as a class, we worked very hard and ranked up 22,620 hours of community service. Now, I leave you with one final quote before we wrap this up from one of my favorite telenovelas of all time, Teresa. She carries this mantra throughout the whole show saying, entre ser y no ser, yo soy. Or in English, between being and not being, I am. This is a quote that I believe matches this class, as we have all chosen to assert our identities in this world, and this quote signifies one declaring their will to exist and achieve their goals beyond any challenges that they face. I believe this class has all the means to achieve this, and I'm very ecstatic to see what we will all accomplish. Thank you. Now, can the class of 2025 please rise? It is my great honor to ask the seniors if you could please move your tassels to the left.
Seniors, don't forget to take your tassels off. And at this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the East Hampton High School class of 2025.